Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 42 of Direwolf20's Server Play series. So I'm here with Cuts and T-Love Tech, and by virtue of the fact that they keep morphing into creatures from the Twilight Forest, I kind of suspect a little bit that they might be responsible for this. Is that a reasonable assumption, guys?
Well, not me, because I was just shown it like 5 minutes ago. But
Yeah.
and I just so many worms.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, I didn't know about
there's
this.
a lot of worms here, like a real lot, and a lot of trees.
So yes, it is a fair assumption.
Okay, it appears that the Twilight Forest has infested your base. You know you didn't like sign this book or anything, right?
I think that was the point.
You must end it
Cat's
before
out of
it
the bag
spreads
now.
even more to end the
Yeah,
spread.
so
that
I
was-
could have signed it, but it doesn't matter now. I wasn't very sneaky at this right now.
The Shadow Spectator, huh?
Yes.
I see.
Spooky spectator.
Uh-huh. Morax. Oh, look, it's Pahimar, too. What's going on, Pahimar?
Nothing.
You heard I got pranked and you just couldn't help but show up? I suspect.
He might have had a little bird tell him.
Yeah. There was a Pahi rumor. So, yeah, guys, I need to apparently go to the Twilight Forest and get some heads. And I can only use vanilla tools and armor?
Yep. And then, unless you start getting Twilight stuff, which is perfectly okay.
I see. Alright. I think I might be able to pull that off. So that's a challenge?
That is a challenge.
Challenge accepted!
Hooray!
But before that, I'm going to need to prepare. And to prepare, I'm going to get inspiration from Morax's base, because she told me it's awesome. And Morax's base is always awesome, so I want to go see that first. Because that was what I was planning to do this episode until I discovered that I had a quest. Ooh, fancy house. I like the amount of Spanish moss growing outside.
Yeah, I just thought I would cover it. Only one side, though.
Nice. Tons of Botania flowers. Oh man, that's
Everything's
a
kind
lot
of
of
half
pearls.
started. Yeah, and it's got a corner.
Yeah.
You won't let that pun go.
No, I won't. It's brilliant.
I say it once and this just happens over and over.
Because they're
What
growing
kind of
on
armor?
Endercore blocks. Okay. That's cool. So is this the base that you're building?
That's the castle on the hill that I'm slowly working at.
Cool.
And I am getting there by first come down back toward the shed.
The shed. Okay.
This hole in the ground, very unsuspecting.
I see. Oh boy. Ooh, fancy.
So I
Fancy
took a little
over
bit of
there.
inspiration from you, actually.
Oh yeah?
I created a altar that basically constructs things and one that sacrifices things.
Nice. That works well, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
I see that you're using open block tanks as your pillars. That's kind of neat.
yep, and the whole
That-
lot is filled with blood that this thing can actually utilize.
That is a good idea.
It's got, you can see it there, it's got Steve's cable going down the middle.
Right.
Does
And
it
so
actually
what
fill that in
happens... no, it won't fill up the pillars, but it will fill the entire tank. And the way that it does it is that, so blood is fed into like a little buffer tank that's underneath the altar, using wireless from that sacrifice altar.
Right.
And then Steve's factory manager takes blood from that little buffer tank on the bottom and moves it to the top tank on the top of this set. Because what I found was you can't pump things into the bottom of an open blocks tank because once it reaches a full layer, so like one layer is full, it won't go up to the next layer. You have to fill it from the top.
That makes sense. Cool.
And I'm actually running out of blood. That's very interesting. That must be from all the
Bleeding.
abuse of the second thing.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, if that thing costs a lot, so...
So let's go check out the second thing that is all powering.
Cool. I see you've got a automatic alchemy ritual going on there. So this is all powering, this entire setup here is powering the second thing.
Right. Which
where's-
is up in the sky over the forest.
Oh my. Let's take a look. So there's a thing here with a large number of teleposers
And a very important bit of cobblestone.
and a very important bit of cobblestone. I'm not sure why that's there. I'm not sure why that's important.
It's all watered.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, the whole surface of this is warded.
I see. Okay. What's the
And that
cobblestone
was
for?
8 demonic teleposers, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Shall I boop the button?
Yeah, boop the button.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Fancy.
So I'm just getting the sacrifice ready.
Uh-oh. I'm afraid.
It's going to be an iron block.
Ooh.
So that's
Stand
like
well
the
clear.
middle tier of this ritual, if I remember correctly?
It's the second tier, actually. There's 4. So you've
Right.
got stone, then iron block, then diamond, then nether star.
You are probably going to want to stand over here. I'm not even exaggerating.
Really?
Okay.
And I found out how to not die, by the way. TTFT.
Oh, to drop straight down.
Yep. Just cancel flying and fall.
Why?
You'll
You
see.
don't want to be near it when it goes off.
Okay.
What does it do?
You'll see.
Oh, you'll see.
I know what ritual that is. I remember this from the spotlight.
Dang it, I picked up the sacrifice.
Uh-oh.
Is that block still active? It is.
You'll see why the cobble's important
That's weird.
as well.
I didn't break it, I swear.
No, I totally broke it.
Okay.
No blame for you, Di.
Hooray! If Soren was here, he would blame me.
Yeah, blame Sauron.
I pretty much blame
Incoming.
Soren for most things.
And that's a good philosophy.
Ooh.
What?
Nice.
That's really cool.
So you activate the ritual and then immediately teleport the thing away.
Yep, because
That's
otherwise I lose 108 ritual stones.
Yeah, you don't want any part of that.
That's pretty cool. I haven't
Yeah.
seen this before.
That's a very smart move. I like that. I might steal that idea at some point.
The little cobblestone block actually maximizes the amount of ore we get.
Yeah, because
really?
the meteor hits that, and that's the center of where it hits.
Oh, I see. Clever, clever.
Oh, by the way, what kind of armor are you guys wearing?
I'm wearing blood magic armor.
Oh, okay. I see I'm getting competition now.
Rorax, where would you want the stuff?
By the way, stop mining for a second, because this is another thing that I did with blood magic.
Go on.
Oh,
Oh, is it a
And
spell?
you might want to stand back with me, yeah.
Okay.
And just watch the meteor.
Watching? Nice.
whoa, okay.
Oh,
What is that?
It's the
That's
spell
some
creation
serious
stuff,
spells.
right?
That's
That
really
is
cool.
a complex spell, yeah.
Yeah.
okay, so they have this magic thing that makes a ball of ore and a very OP mining tool.
Oh yeah.
I need to look into this.
That's high level blood magic, though. That's like endgame.
Okay, Rorax, where are you
I'd
needing
say
this stuff?
highest level.
Yeah.
Down here.
That's the custom spell creation stuff. He recently added the mining spell. I don't remember what it is. It's probably one of these things.
So basically, Daya, the intention of having this spell crystal and going through all this was that I was going to give you a gift in order to deal with Soren on a daily basis.
Oh.
But unfortunately, due to certain oversights, I guess, by Way, there's a couple of bugs which are preventing it from actually functioning properly.
Yeah,
What
getting into the
spell
spell
was
system in
going
Blood
to do-
Magic is on my to-do list for this season.
What the spell was going to do for you was if you right-clicked it around Soren, he would fall out of the sky and not be able to jump. He would
Nice.
then be pinned in place by slowness, and he would get weakness 8. And if he dared touch you while in that state, he would be lit on fire.
I like everything about that.
And it's all one item. It's very costly to make, but
Yeah. What I need to do is bug Way for a list of like what the different spell combinations are, so I can come up with those cool things.
yeah, totally.
He needs like a book in game. All the Magic mods do it now.
Not all.
Well, all the ones that are released.
You've got a table with a book that's the interface.
Yeah, yours is also fairly straightforward.
How you liking Botania, by the way, Rorax?
I like a lot of it. I think there's some flowers which I kind of scratch my head about, but other than that,
Yeah, there's definitely some very specific use cases on some of the flowers, but there's some really neat ones. I created a nifty little wool farm using pretty much purely Botanica.
a wool farm, you say?
Yeah, if you want to come over to my base, I'll show you.
Sure.
Okay, guys, we'll be back in a minute.
Mob griefing rule is turned off. No,
What's that?
It isn't.
Thought it
I
was, because
found
creepers
that,
aren't blowing things up.
When it should do.
Incoming projectile. And then it stopped. Oh, somebody has the whirlwind ability on, don't they, on their armor?
Sorry, no, I had the tiny planets from Botania, where it basically grabs the stuff and makes it swirl you around you.
Yeah. So yeah, whenever a thing hits the drum here, it shears any sheep nearby, or it'll also collect milk from cows. So it's a pretty nice farm. Like, I could have expanded it to be all 16 colors, I'm sure. I don't know what the exact range of this thing is, but I'm sure I could have put it in the middle of something, and you know, if it hits these 4, it could be in the middle of a 4x4, you know, area thing.
Right. So what does the red mana beam mean?
That's a redstone
redstone
mana spreader. It normal mana spreaders will like only shoot when there's something that can receive it. Redstone will always shoot as soon as there's a redstone pulse. So you
I thought
need
you
to
still
use the
had to have
redstone mana spreader for any machines that require a mana shot, like the
I
drum
thought-
here.
Okay, that's
well,
cool.
no, you could put a mana void on the other side of it.
A what?
A mana void. It's just a receiving block. It dispels
Oh, yeah.
all the mana you give it.
Yeah,
The
that
other
could
side,
work
it'll
too.
shoot through.
Well, I also I have it hooked up to a timer. Like every 3 minutes it runs.
Well, it makes a lot more sense with something like this, but just saying it could be done another way.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so right now it's set up to like every 3 minutes or so it runs. I had it at 90 seconds. I changed it to 3 minutes because I felt like that just worked a little better.
Is it expensive mana-wise?
No,
It doesn't
no.
matter. Any mana, as long as a mana pulse, it doesn't care how much, it just wants to get hit by a pulse.
Oh, that's neat.
As such, you can use the kind of... There's a mana gun thing you can shoot a mana burst with, and it will trigger the drums and stuff with that as well.
Yeah, there's some neat stuff there. All right, guys. So I guess I should start looking into this. But there was one more base I wanted to see. Was it Hazard's base?
Yeah.
Where are you at, Hazard? Are you still here?
He's muted.
Sure. I accidentally configured morph, so it's the same key as I used to mute my microphone.
Ah.
So yeah.
Alright, Mr. Hazard, where is your book? There it is. Mr. Hazard, aka Damien, right?
Yep.
Oh, this is cool. Is that the, what armor is this? Is this the Thaumcraft stuff? Nice.
Yeah, it's the cultist armor.
What's the warping enchant do?
Gives you warp while you're wearing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
neat. I feel like I wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
It's not bad unless you have a lot of warp from research.
Cough, cough.
Yeah. So, wow, you've got like a serious Thaumcraft base setup going on here.
Yeah. I've dedicated several days to build all this stuff.
Ooh, I like the
Probably
floating
want to come
candles.
outside.
Are those new, the floating candles?
Thermic exploration.
Yeah.
No. Thermic exploration, okay.
The-
That's why I
these
didn't
can
recognize them.
these
One of the
candles
things about
work.
them.
What's that?
Sorry, again.
The Thaumcraft exploration candles were crashing me for a while because Thaumcraft updated and Thaumcraft exploration did something that the new Thaumcraft version didn't like. So I didn't have access to Forgecraft because of that.
Nice.
I thought the
Alright.
candles, I thought it was an Oblivion jar that did that.
No, that's basically every item that has this special rendering
Ah.
going on, I think.
Yeah, they're floating candles because specifically the floating ones don't affect infusion.
Oh, your house
Where's
looks really good from the outside.
Oh, there's so many of
I'm
them as well.
just thinking, Mr. Hazard, we should totally collab on a build.
Ha.
Yeah.
There's another house behind my mansion that I made today.
Nice.
Spent the entire day making that thing.
See, I really do not have like the ability at all to build impressive looking houses like this. Like not even like you've got like several houses going on here.
So many.
Yeah, I like to divide my machines into small groups that I place into different houses to fit the theme.
Yeah. I did that.
You're always putting
in-
yourself down, Dyer.
What's that?
You're always putting yourself down.
I'm just stating facts. All my
You can
videos are
learn.
factual and informational, and I'm stating facts that I'm not good at building.
The kind of pylon thing going on is a lot more impressive if you have goggles. Because you can then see all the joins, the links going between them.
You know what? I
Yeah.
can see them without goggles.
Yeah, they're very faint though. They're really, really obvious when you are.
I mean, they're not too faint. I want to see how much different they are with goggles. I'm cheating, guys. Don't yell at me.
He might have beefed up the default cuts because I can see them really clearly as well.
Yeah, I can
Why'd
see
you
the
take my hat
beams.
off?
You know what I couldn't see was the color of the V relays. You know what? That's weird. I put the goggles on and took them off, and now I can't see the beams anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, that's weird.
They look fine to me. I mean, I can see them.
Yeah, no, like I put goggles on, took them off, and I can't see them.
They become really faint when I take my hat off.
Yeah,
might be a chunk load thing.
yeah. See, guys, I deleted it. Nice, dude. Yeah, this is a really nice looking area.
Yeah, but I haven't managed to set up any automated systems yet, so yeah. I wanted to make some kind of automatic alchemy stuff, but I made a new building for that kind of stuff instead of actually
Nice.
focusing on the system itself.
Speaking of which, I managed
Thaumcraft
to finish
alchemy
one.
or blood
Yeah.
alchemy? Right.
Yeah.
Thaumcraft alchemy.
Oh, you totally got to check out TTFT's base now, Dyer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I managed to finish one of them. I actually have I can now order things from alchemy through AE.
From what?
Through a terminal, I can order stuff like niter and things like that.
Oh, that's cool. I would imagine that would be relatively easy, right?
You'd be
It's a
surprised.
large build.
There is an awful lot of ME stuff in it.
Like, do you have basically one of every pre-programmed thing, or?
You should see. It's a lot to just explain.
Alright, let's go take a look. I'm gonna find the link book back to Digger. Very nice base, by the way, Hazard.
Thanks. Since I dedicate so much time to my base, I can't really start doing
Other
advanced
way.
stuff.
Other way.
I have
Yeah,
no
that's part
idea
of my
what
problem
is.
is like I kind of feel like a lot of people like watching the automation stuff that I build, and it would just take a huge amount of time for me to make anything that looks nice, and it would probably look terrible in the end anyway.
This little block here is the kind of heart of the whole thing, and it was added in one of the recent versions, and it's the whole kind of way that allows me to do this.
Cool.
It turns Essentia into items. In
Okay.
that they become little crystals that are like worth exactly one of the Essentia they're made from.
Oh, so like it turns liquid Essentia into the items.
Yeah, and then because of that, this
Where'd you go?
through the hole in the floor.
Oh my goodness.
They're not all full. In fact, there aren't very many filled them at all at the moment. But like Potentia, Herba, most of the... I'm missing a good source of auto for the primals.
Wow.
I was trying to work out how to get that last night.
Oh yeah.
Not
that's
gonna go
right.
with
Turns out to be the
beeswax?
best way. I haven't got any apiaries set up. I do have the machinery to make them though now. But yeah, then once these fill up, you find one of the ones that's actually full. Herba is. Air and Aqua are as well. Like if you check the interface behind the sign for one of the ones that's filled.
Yeah, no, I saw it. There's like, they stack up to 16, it looks like.
They stack 64, but if you have them like that, they request more, so it's harder for the system to fulfill a request.
This way,
Oh.
Damien.
And then over here, I got a system where it basically just you have recipes, where it's got like here on this one, the interface here. You see the recipe is like it unfortunately doesn't say which essence, but you can guess which ones they are.
Right.
And then they get separated by two retrieval nodes. So the catalyst thing, in this case the glowstone, goes into the thaumatorium itself, and then the others get pushed into the furnace, and then it ends up doing that.
Nice.
And you end up getting whatever thing it was you ordered.
I see.
I feel like your base has changed since I was last here.
Not
I've
really.
The
lost
Essentia
underground.
Reservoir.
Oh, yeah, this part was dug out a bit because of the space for the machines behind here, but...
I think that's new too, isn't it? The Essentia Reservoir? What's that?
Yeah, that's like a super jar. 256 Essentia storage, but it can be in any combination.
Oh.
You can only access it by tubes, and don't ever move it when it's got Essentia in or it blows up.
Sweet.
But yeah, it's really good for this kind of stuff because it's very general purpose, because it can take any overflow that isn't being pulled by the thaumatorium so that the alembics are free to continue work.
I think I read the note on that. So basically, it's allowed to have multiple types of Essentia in it at the same
Yeah.
time, right?
Up to a total of 256.
Is there anything in there right now?
No.
Okay. So 256 of any combination of Essentia. So you could have one
Yeah.
of every Essentia, or probably maybe 5
Yeah.
or 6 of every one, or 10 of one and 5 of another, like whatever you want,
Yep.
really.
Total any combo, which makes it perfect for when you want a generic buffer that isn't like a million jars.
Right, and it would also be good because I'm guessing that it has less of a pull than an alembic, for example. So if an alembic needs something, it would pull it. Or the crafting, right? The alchemical construct, for example.
Yeah, it's got less suction than a normal jar.
Right. That's kind of cool. I like it. I look forward to playing with Thaumcraft more, either on the server here or when I start my Season 7 of my single player. Just because there's cool new stuff added, and the warp effects have changed too. Like, there's not as much bad warp as there was before, so it's even less, terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty manageable now. It doesn't happen very often at all.
That's cool.
He listened to criticism.
And I haven't even used the soap and spar and stuff to remove, like, half of the warp that I could remove, so...
Right.
Oh, here we go.
Speaking of warp
effects.
Oh,
I
yeah,
want to
here,
kill the
this-
Eldritch Guardian.
These golems. I thought the golems were really good with replanting stuff, but, like, over here, it's... this was a load of potatoes and 9 bits of netherwort, but they've just kind of wrongly replanted it all.
You know what
In the middle.
golems do
What the-
is when they collect an item, they will try to plant it in like I think it's like a 3x3 radius around themselves.
Right, because they've muddled this up completely. It was
Yeah.
9 at this end and the rest in the middle column were potatoes, but now that's kind of spread.
Right. So what happens is like if they broke like a bunch of blocks and like say this here used to be netherwort, right? It would, become a potato when he replants it. If he happened to
Also,
replant
doesn't
it.
help that the item falls not straight down in it as well, right?
Well, I think they just replant one immediately and take it off the stack rather than before it's dropped even.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I was and it was unfortunate that they couldn't replant some of the PAM stuff because they can harvest it, but because the soybeans can't be replanted from seed. Oh, that's my ore thing. The orchids do it, and then it detects that it isn't stone anymore, breaks it, and replaces it.
Oh, nice.
You enjoying the Bifrost there, T-Love?
Maybe.
Why do you use the block placer from open blocks?
As opposed to.
The gate could have done that. I'm guessing you have an item gate.
I don't even know how to use those. Yeah, this was well before you did any spotlight on it, and there's no documentation at all, really, except for like a million super long videos.
Okay, that's probably true.
Yeah.
I can show you off camera at some point. Because you could basically do this with just the block gates by themselves. You wouldn't need
That
the
being
block
said-
detector or the block placers.
If people think that computer craft is OP when people manage to learn how to use computer craft, then Steve's factory manager probably takes the cake on that one.
Steve's factory manager is very OP.
I have it
absolutely is.
working managing a load of crystallizers, so I don't have to have like a servo thing, and they're all stacked in a really small space. It's just got a pipe touching each one of them, and I could add more onto it, and it would just expand. If all I have to do is add them to what's it? One of the group variable things.
Yeah.
Add it to the variable, and then that's it. It's ready to go, and no more stuff. And it uses all the slots, and it isn't even like one crystallizer for one metal. It uses them on demand. So, yeah. It's
So
really
I have a
good.
question regarding the curse on my base. If I gather the appropriate heads, will it reverse the effects of the curse automatically, or will it just stop it from spreading further?
It'll stop it from spreading, and the reverse will be gradually decreasing.
Yeah, I think there should be a reversal effect that occurs if I complete the quest.
Oh,
Just
there will
saying.
be.
Like, I really feel that pretty strongly.
Don't worry, it'll happen if you can get all the heads.
I see. So I think step one will be finding ones that haven't already been killed.
P.S.
Okay.
Looting them from T-Love space isn't an option.
So only vanilla gear, you say, huh?
Yep, only vanilla gear. I didn't say that you can't enchant the vanilla gear.
Oh no, I'll absolutely enchant it. But like no wand of lightning and such.
Nope.
Shenanigans.
Entirely Twilight Forest progression die.
Yes, you have to do the progression.
Oh, that hurts. Okay, I guess we'll see what happens. Alright guys, can Soren help me with this?
He is forbidden.
What?
This is a
He'll
solo
probably make
dyer
it
only.
worse, to be honest.
He probably would make it worse. You are 100% correct. Alright. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll be back in a minute, guys. Alright, guys, we're back. So I think what we'll do is wrap up the episode here. I'm going to need to come back next episode and prepare to visit the Twilight Forest and figure out how I'm going to deal with this quest that I've now been challenged with. So I have to use all vanilla or Twilight Forest based items, so I'm going to have to figure that out, and we'll have to figure it out. I don't know. We'll come up with something. Maybe I'll do some potions or something. I don't know. Beats me. I have no idea what I'll do because it's a vanilla challenge.
I believe in you, Diane.
I know, but it's a vanilla challenge. I don't even know what I'm going to do.
You're very resourceful. You'll figure it out.
Can I bring like an ender pouch or something to like store stuff in, or like not even that?
You could take a load of
You can
obsidian
do-
and Eyes of Ender,
I'll
and
gi-
so you can make vanilla ender
I'll give you
chest.
this. You can do your Ender Hand with the Botania tablet, but that's it.
But that's it.
That's fair enough. You get your Ender chest, and there's no. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. That's pretty much the same as an ender chest, really.
Yes.
The vanilla ender chest.
I don't think the vanilla one exists in Serverplay, does it?
It doesn't show up in any eye, but you can craft it. Because I needed to craft it for making the ender hand.
Well, you could use that instead of the Ender Hand, because it wouldn't use mana, right?
I guess. The ender hand is cooler though, because it's modded.
Oh, I'll use that.
This is the challenge, and you must do it.
I like that
alright.
you can bind the Thaumcraft one to like one of the ender storage ender chests instead of the vanilla one. It's kind of cool.
What's that?
The Thaumic Tinkerer one focus that allows you to access your ender chest from anywhere, you can bind it to one of the ender storage ender chests instead of a vanilla one.
Oh, really? That's
I'm
kinda
thinking of
cool.
doing that one to replace my ender pouch.
Like, is there like a crafting recipe or something?
What's there?
Can the focus be recolored on the fly, or do you have to like right-click with an ender chest to do that?
I think you have to shift right click on the ender chest like you do with the pouch.
That's pretty cool.
I suppose there's nothing stopping you having multiple of them if you wanted to have it bound to different foci, different chests.
Oh yeah, that worked pretty well because of the focus pouch.
No modded gear at all. That's going to be painful. I just want you guys to know that. I have no idea how I'm going to manage. All right, for now, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. I'm not going to put the Soaring Killer in there. I'm going to hang on to that. We will be back next time to start on this challenge that I've been given. I don't want to give these away either. All right, guys. Take it easy.